playoff. Yes, just the last time we saw these Nords and just heal them when the game starts. Now that's just gonna be free a support ult charge for the strategist. Just for the meantime, after Team Nemesis try to get a little cheeky.
Love to see it here as we've got Scatter with the non-Doctor Strange
as well here, stunning so many of the opponents now as Team Nemesis roll right in. Noir forced to back away in time, playing very split up, trying to split the attention of Team Nemesis.
Yeah, really just making their presence known and going right to the point, getting with the knee, but Coach does get the...
Zip clone right up on the high ground, the Phoenix ultimate right now as well, the end song Inferno before the Toad Slam up on the high ground before Tones takes care of Mellow, takes care of Madian. No DPS lineup available here for Team Nemesis, and it looks like it's gonna have to be another knife here from Ricky on the Invisible One to find 762. Silent Seduction is gonna go out first from Tones, but a nice root wall is gonna help out Team Nemesis without forcing them to burn out any other strategist ultimates. The final judgment online for a Madian here as a Cloak and Dagger Eternal Bond is gonna try to keep Noir alive.
Yeah, the Hunter turned into the Hunted there. Great pick to open things up. Really fit the contest early here. Loki Clone setting up top. Dinks knows where to go, and they're trying to contest that early.
If you're already trying to be a menace up on the high ground, while the end song Inferno from the Phoenix still finds Dinks there in the back, does enough damage as a Madian is also called out. Nice stun, it's going to be able to find two. Kraz unfortunately becomes the victim on the other side of Tone. Madian had now swapped over to that Ultron while Hopeful tries to get away.
Yeah, Hopeful is the telepathic takeover, just absolutely reading minds and erasing health bars. Going in, Mellophobic does get the uppercut and get some great...
to use the Groot ultimate.
Yeah, Coach coming up clutch with these terror capes, and even with an amazing push there from Mello, they were able to get the point stalled. That's going to be massive to slow down. I mean, gets the connection. Madian on top gets one. Mello gets two with the strange portal in, and that is exactly what they needed, Vicky, to get this point. They played it off perfectly.
Oh man, it's just a matter of time right now. Team Nemesis looking to wipe out the point to finally get to the second checkpoint. But talk about staggering those 911. I just saw a crime. Both of this DPS out of here. No duelist in sight as Kraz holds up. Mello and Scatter Genji, they've now swapped over to the triple Vanguard for this last point. And they have progress out here. They also get a stagger as Ricky finds Hopeful. Listen, that Invisible Woman primary attack, it feels like a tickle, but when it matters as Ricky shows another KO here onto Coach, making a 2K here as Scatter moves all the way up alongside Kraz. Two.
Ricky is going crazy here. Big Age of Ultron elimination there on Hopeful is big with those Punisher ults and trying to get this final push in here. Scatter trying to get the hit against the wall to get the E-Limb. There goes the Agamotto. He lands a big one. Ricky with the follow-up on one. Kraz with the second. And this is going to be rough here for Noir to get things stuck.
Had gone down right there with the God of Mischief. He's back now. Let's get that to touch the point, but now Tones can't hold it on for any longer. Kanya can't make it in time, cannot get the stall opportunity, and cannot use the God of Mischief.
We talk about it all the time. Such a game of momentum, and you saw it right.
Live, especially being on that Invisible Woman, it could get a lot trickier. Remember, they did try to focus ban Ricky when they decided to ban the Luna Snow. Now, it could benefit both these teams, but Ricky does show that it doesn't need the Luna right now. You have the Invisible Woman that could tickle you as the Doctor Strange portal comes, picks as Mello looking off to the side angle here. The Eternal Bond now to get things going for Noir. Coach on the back end, though, is going to avoid any sort of command grab from Scatter. He had it available, but as the Magic Ultimate comes out, look to maybe see if you could get that grab. The other side of Seduction here, Team Nemesis looking to take over Noir.
This is getting the walls behind. What a beautiful setup there, as now they're just putting the full gas onto the pedal.
Where do you go? You have a Madian using the Exterminator from the high ground there. Then you have the Groot walls to your back. You're sandwiched between a whole bunch of damage here, and you're getting pressured right back to spawn, it looks.
I mean, they don't even...
North to just actually create a pathing to the left side instead. They try to delete that of the Bucky ultimate and now the final judgment instead, but it's not going to be enough healing, enough pocketing, as Mello just burns right through that final judgment.
Both duelists gone in a flash of eye. That's really been the difference of this match so far. But it came down also Mello. Mello just Kraz. It's that what we like to say, Vic, the 99 woodcutting, right? We've had now Groot down back-to-back, and 762 is just going to get... love the patience on Extermination there, trying to push down and react. You have the Kraken impact to avoid the Jeff ult, and it does just that. What a great use of it. My goodness, as Scatter gets that pick and they push forward. That's where the
abduction from Scatter Genji to get everybody off the point from North.
Noir showing why that Jeff Bezos has earned multiple MVPs here, just trying to be slippery and tricky.
It keeps Noir alive.
Wow, great hook there on 762. And, you know, listen, what's scarier than Magic and Darkchild is with a jet bubble and being that much faster, right? 762 yet again gets scattered down, and they clean up. What an absolute showing after what was a struggle fest there in what comes at the time, and now trying to do it to Noir.
They just really like feeling the pressure, it looks like. You know what? Better late than never, as they say, as Team Nemesis approaching this next fight. 5 ultimates. You could really make it 6 with the damage output that Mello has been putting on. Crash just waiting for the opportunity, and Noir do have Hopeful and Coach with the Eternal Bond if he's about to match that too, with 4 ultimates on board for Noir.
Yeah, we're about to be a 99-99 battle for sure here. 71 push-up.
Gets the push onto Tones. And remember, Noir was at 99%, and now there's nobody that could touch to contest as Team Nemesis flip
Portal into the Darkchild, maybe a jet bubble with it. We'll see if they go that route here, as we're on the eyes of Nemesis right now. So the battle would be brought to them. Look for the strange magic to pop up. Don't know if we saw that portal to end the last one. Looks like they are all
Kanya now
stagger.
recognizes the Jeff ult, not worth it. The stagger here onto Hopeful, very unfortunate, but even better for Team Nemesis, as that's time dwindled away from Noir.
Yeah, Konya had multiple MVPs too playing that Loki, so it is definitely, you know, we're seeing there's some struggle there. Maybe they'll get it back together, as now it is 20% for the point. They've got plenty, and they're going to be pushing it. Why not?
He had the reset. Ricky gets the pull in onto Coach, just enough damage to get that KO here. And now Team Nemesis are pulling Noir into their spawn room doors. Cozy, the team who had taken on the MRC Season 2 right now, is getting pushed into the spawn by Team Nemesis. Up, finding a 2K. Ricky follows up, finds everybody else, and now there's nobody left in sight from Noir to stay on this point, as Nemesis looking to take another game in their pocket.
Dormammu has come to bargain and just completely won the deal there. Strange getting it done, and the finished job of Nemesis. I mean, dominant really from start to finish on these first 2 maps, Vic. And listen, when you have best of 5, you have time to reset. We've seen reverse sweeps happen. I think actually Noir.
It's scary to see what level Team Nemesis, you're able to keep everybody alive, but no one is dropping. And eventually, when you start building up these strategist ults, you're going to have to try to cycle around it. And there's just too much damage being put out from the other side for Cafe Noir to deal with.
Yeah, for sure. And it's tough to do that when, you know, not only that, they, you know, Mello can go silent.
If he's going to be able to also lean into that, as they're going to yeet this Wolverine and hopefully get a kidnap.
Logan launches in the air, tries to go for something quick here. Let's get the pull, and a great hit there on Nemo to open things up quickly for the team. They have to now capitalize on this, show the aggression. And really, we saw 762 play a lot of Torch. I think, obviously, Mello, you can't give him access to that, and that's the difference.
Ian getting set up with these squids, finding another pick, making a 2K. Can I see a 3K? As he's got the squid ready to go. He's got the ultimate from the Namor. He tries to cut off their entrance. And Team Nemesis have literally everything in the bank once Noir is forced to break through this choke.
Let the ocean sleep. Let the whale stay out of it. He just uses the Tritons against 2 of them and the pressure to Noir. And we have the... Oh, Dink's matching that easily. And everything is... Every color is shown here. It is New York on New Year's Eve, Vic.
It's a fireworks show here, and it's a nice celebration with the dance-off while Coach is off to the back end. Invisible Boundary does not save a Madian. Nice headshot here. The Mantis Coach sneaking away. The pullback, though. Oh, no, everyone's getting taken out, though, here. Now, Noir, with the rest of Hopeful and close to that Endsong Inferno, you won't need until that next choke. They're able to get the point moving. Team Nemesis now look for that reset.
Oh, man. Just a breath.
The dance-off. Deeks gets taken out, though, in the middle, and Kanye tries to keep the rest of Noir alive.
Wow, we are undefeatable. Might need a change on the dialogue there, as just Mantis gets a race moment after saying it. Put on a show, didn't help either. Hopeful now getting the picks they need to push forward. 762 does have the one out here, pushing them towards the spawn. Here comes the Meteor M. They need the pick here. The purple meteor up, slam it down, connect for the oh, wow, beautiful stuff.
Ooh. Beautiful follow-up at the very least. Scatter was incredibly low, but did not get reset right on time. While now, clobbering time comes.
The stop, 55 seconds. You've got both support ults. You've got the Whale, the Phoenix. They're looking good to get what they need done here. 7.62, getting some good pick damage here. Charging up that ult. Here comes the Phoenix down, Vicky, and they are able to delete it.
Oh, not point before they got that payload moving.
Shine to what we saw with the Terror Capes. Now with Mantis, can do it on any hero here, as now they're going to look to hold back a Team Nemesis that is definitely kind of fueled up right now after what is, I'm sure, a disappointing hold, but looks so promising.
see with the way that Skyder had made the swap over to the Magneto here. Now from 762, keeping the rest of Noir alive. Immediate trying to get into a sneaky position. Look at this, 85% on that ultimate. You want to call in the Moby Dick here. You want to isolate the strategist as the Cloaking Dagger is feeling the pressure, backing away though. He also at nearly 60% with that internal bomb, but Kraz trying to also isolate. It also depends on how far you're holding up this space, right? Meteor M calling in after seeing the overextension. Talk about save there, though, just so that way they can try to re-engage on the other side of this payload. Clobber in time only finds Scatter, but Dinks has already activated the fate of both worlds, so they keep everybody alive. Amadian then finds Hopeful here on the other side of this backline, but then your strategists have been completely wiped out. Mello finds Hopeful again, by the way. Being on this Bucky has just been crazy here. Team Nemesis answering right back after they had failed to hold the full hold on the other side.
We've got the Meteor M to open up. You can follow that with the Whale. Coach and 762 have what they need to at least to keep the
damage up. Look at this. Tones literally have to jump right back after he just poked one toe through that choke archway, as Dinks very close, has that fate of both worlds just to be able to reset in case they try to push into space. But here you go with Amadian being the first one out. Coach doesn't have a reset though. Konyo does have the Eternal Bond, but doesn't use it to save Coach.
Yeah, we have 5 on.
I don't know how I feel about this though, Cozy. Is this going to be the change that they need? I mean, it doesn't look like it because the damage output is too much right now. And 762 doesn't have an ultimate in line, doesn't have a teammate to help lean on him. Konyo gets taken out. 762 forced to back away as Team Nemen here in the time back to work with. Look at the damage output. If he literally one shot, they're stuck like a can of sardines in that health pack room. But Hopeful at least opens up the floodgates to be able to find Kraz.
Yeah, what's the call out there? Everybody get in the room. Like, we got to go somewhere to stagger.
Oh, in the middle of Ricky trying to use the double jump too to go invisible. Unfortunate, but a huge stagger in favor for Noir. They cannot step off this payload. This is where my heart is always beating out of my chest, Cozy, within my own ranked games now. As you have to stay here, you have to be careful of any of these ultimates that could clear the point, such as Amadian in that whale.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, I know they're all locked in a lot more, but you know, they should be extreme in first wave there of ultimates in that battle, which Noir has won that ultimate trade-off battle pretty handsomely the last 3 or 4 of them, and so they're gonna have to carry that hometown advantage here on this map. We have a Madian now on Punisher. We've got the old kind of Z lineup that we used to see, no Rocky Raccoon, but we used to see a lot of this in Season Z. So the playbook, yes, that was so sick. And that just shows coordination, right? You don't just cook that up right away. That's something that they've definitely practiced or known that's going to work here in some clutch situations. Kraz now pushing forward. Mello getting the hook that he always does, and he hooks Magneto, but he finishes Hopeful. That is just the definition of what these matchups have been.
I would love to listen to these comms
on here in MRC, and the repeatation is what you want to really see with some of the duelists. And 762 can play them all, right? But the play there, we get Magic, and we'll have to see how that pans out in Season 4 is when we are going to see that team next. But yeah, great job.
You are under my spell. Pure chaos!
We are done chasing spiders. We have bigger enemies to conquer. You're ours now. Time to toughen up. We are Venom!
on track behind it.
Oh, yeah.
But all the core will absolute destroy, get rid of the Wolverines flying all over the map already, Vic.
I thought that looked like a DBZ fight. Like they were clashing up in the air side by side, and then nothing was absolutely do nothing before getting shredded. While Timber gets enabled, gets healed onto that final judgment, and the rest of Shikigami now. Ripken being a menace on this Wolverine. He just keeps slicing and dicing here. Next victim.
Want to try to push forward too. Now, here's the thing, though. They've got the Hurricane, and they both strategist ults are gone, or 2 of the 3. Wonderland's still pretty far away as well, so that's probably how they're going to get the opening here, Vic. I would have guessed.
See, Bach taking a quick little nap, though. Wake him up, but decide not to hit.
Was taken with little effort.
Oh, man, and now you're forced to be on that low to high ground position, though, once you wrap around that next corner. And Dubai Matcha being on the defense really only have Wonderland with that God of Mischief to keep them there. So they're kind of lacking a lot more of that duelist output here and just trying to keep them at bay. Because while Bach moves forward here, the Eternal Bond, Wicca goes out without using the God of Mischief themselves. And this buys enough time here for Dubai Matcha. They did lose out on Wonderland earlier on, and the Meteor M from Colin could try to shut down Proto, but it's already ended so far, and they're feeling the pressure here as Pride is forced to back away.
Yeah, and they forced out the Groot ult too, which was actually massive. They got nothing. Yeah, it's going to be a cap here. Oh my gosh, and the stagger on Sky Rifle. That's going to open up point 3 even more so. Huge pick there from Wicca, and listen, they've got that Meteor M to get things going. Pride not far away too, trying to farm some ult.
I mean, can we talk about the fact that Sky Rifle just finally was able to show his face after time on that final judgment too? You have that group wall, you have the corner, then you have Kuna just completely taking out Wonderland. Make it 2 on top Bach. Aya Bagamoto at least finds Proto and Pride, but Pride stays alive. Proto can't stay the same, and Shikigami, even through that Aya Bagamoto, come out on top because Timber is cutting them all down.
Yo, Vic, Kuna was hiding there for the ult. It's showing it as Timber now punishing, pushing forward, getting these Vanguards an absolute bowling job as now Fear Magneto goes up. Purple Meteor lands down, and Kuna does get eliminated, but that passive's going to be active.
You know, Colin was like, you're a problem here. I've seen you take out way too many people, but this also means that you don't really have that ultimate online just yet. As you said, the pass will come right back into the fight. If they can focus him and Colin finding Proto, Timber gets taken out in the middle of using the Kraken Impact this time around.
That's going to open it for Shikigami. A huge stun, though. Massive stun as all Shikigami is shaken, but not defeated here as Pride trades Dubai Matcha going 1 by 1 down. It is now 6v4, Vicky. This is going to be tough. Sky, though, making a bit of a difference. Proto going down. Can they hold strong? Dubai Matcha, Pride, Timber, Kuna, all getting a piece of the pie. This is going to be it.
Well, Kuna,
as they back up, and they are doing just fine here with this triple Vanguard setup. Oh,
now Bob following up here too. I mean, now Kuna coming right back. You talk about the duelist lineup now. This time Dubai Matcha are a little upset, but they lose out on Sky Rifle early. Auto going down here. Timber still finds Sky Rifle, who has not even been able to get this first final judgment on board when they had swapped points here with Dubai Matcha being on the attack.
Yeah, Vic, we used to talk about this in the triple res, right? You have to be perfect when you're going up against such a good Adam, right? Because Sky Rifle, he gets a full wipe, let's say. Doesn't matter. Kuna just brings him right back, and then you utilize those resources. Sometimes hero shooters are melee, you get extra damage. Maybe that's what happened, but either way, cool to see a melee elim there from Loki. Now pushing down, trying to get something rolling for the team. We have Eternal Bond pushing forward. Coco now trying to open up some lanes. Sky Rifle almost to final judgment again. He's about to lock it. He needs one more shot, and here it comes.
Yeah, that 99 will cut him right there with that shotgun alone, while Bach is, again, still going to be able to terrorize with the Category 5s right now. Going to be able to tear through, but you have to deal with the Karmic Revival. Huge res coming up here. 5-man res. The God of Mischief, but Wizard Drake gets taken out, and so does Bach. And that is right after Wonderland had just used the God of Mischief to get the copy on the Eternal Bond. Slamming it down, though, Timber tries to find that slam. He gets a reset, and Ripken does have that Meteor M to land up to Sky Rifle.
2 different ults too going down for that fight right now, getting the Psylocke ult or the Magneto at the time here, and at this point they're having to back up, reset. At least Shikigami looking for Adam Warlock. That is your most important target, especially if you want to win this point and this map here. Root going out, Coco trying to push the Eternal Bond to Mad, pushing the Terror Cape and gets a 3-piece on the Terror.
He's hungry. Coco moves forward and nobody was on the point. No. Well, that answers your story, Cozy. Bach is no longer part of the itinerary, it looks like. And at the moment, it looks like they won't be able to have Kuna here too. Shikigami now on the other side, though, will be able to rejoin as Dubai, Matcha, and Coco tries to keep everybody alive. It is not clobbering time. Ripken says, I'll put an end to this when I want after getting the grapple, the command grab, and the choke slam. Bach now gets into position. Dance of Butterflies activated, and with the silent seduction, you want everybody to be in your line of sight to finally flip the point for the first time.
Man, they're lucky that worked out because, first of all, just great awareness from Kuna. They didn't have their ult. They knew they were going to do the Psylocke and the Phoenix thing, right? So he's like, forget about Roto, keeping everybody up, just allowing just complete damage. Wow, Pride taking down Colin in reverse. Kuna now going for the quick 1-2 slice slap chop on the thing. Does the kidnap into Luna. Can't even get back to the team. Wonderland is gone. Where's Alice? Vicky, this is over.
Down the rabbit hole. Ayúdame! Help me! There is no help. SO. Right? Like we saw Wizard Red swap a few times. Gonna be enough before diving away. He gets away right on time. No clenching necessary here before running on top of these walls before diving right back in. He does have Beast of the Abyss, and he still calls out Bach over by the skies, including the tether, and then the Meteor M misses out while Coco keeps Dubai Matcha alive. They had lost out on Bach earlier on, and they still have Wonderland with that Mantis ultimate for that next fight rotation.
That's the difference, right? It can take 32 health there on Wizard, was able to respond to map. Now slowed down a bit. Sky Rifle again on a new hero, another hit scan, another day. Trying to hide. Oh my gosh, hide and seek, you're found.
Yeah, I mean, he lost the game right there, and Sky Rifle getting taken out first, and you do have that Goddess of Death at least available to you in that next fight, but Dubai Matcha will have everything for this next fight. But the same thing to be said about Shikigami with 5 ultimates, the Extermination to start things up in the Meteor Realm. Point blank dunks on Bach here too before backing away. Ripken on point, whether it be on the Emma Frost or even on the Magneto, trying to swat away at this pesky Venom flying around while Sky Rifle takes the skies on the God of Death.
Ripken just all you got 2 of them.
Yeah, and Sky Rifle had taken a lot of damage, backing away, at least keeping him alive. The Extermination now from Bach is going to keep Dubai Matcha alive here, but the same thing could be said about Shikigami. Combine that together with Wonderland putting Sky Rifle into position with that speed boost. They were able to hold all the way forward, find Timber, and now Legendary comes out from Kuna. Thing is here from Dubai Matcha, they have Colin with the Meteor M. Doesn't find its mark, but they at least find Pride. They're going to find these trades, but Dubai Matcha didn't need any of those strategists to combat that of the Legendary, as Kuna couldn't really get much started.
Yeah, Shikigami keeps calling, and they're answering the call. Dubai is now, wow, the flip of Wicca to get Sky out. Coco, we'll see if Sky is going. Okay, so we do have a bit of a change. Colin now.
Colin looks behind to make sure that Coco is also safe. Coco will also be able to have that Luna Snow ultimate ready to go, but the Extermination that's going to be met with it. Shikigami, again, having to rotate through all these other ultimates available to them.
We have the purple Meteor going off, and Ripken does now 2 slam dunks again. Oh my heavens, there goes Star-Lord and Ultron. Anti-Flyer, meet Purple Ball. Pride now getting the trade on Coco. That was insane, Vic.
The double up in the air like that? Ripken, all right, built different right now, but that was such a huge Meteor M in favor for Shikigami.
He's like, I don't need to use it on the Legendary. Let me OR farm real quick. Only pick to shut this down and move this into yet another match. Ripken Guts get the elimination on Coco. The buy. Hold on stronger. Will this be it for them in the Swan Song? Sky Rifle's going to go with the Legendary. He does get 1. That's a massive 1 to start out, Vicky.
And now Wicca goes down next here, even with Proda having the Fatal Fold for us, trying to keep them alive here. Pride, Ripken, and Timber are the only ones left, and it's the Extermination from Shikigami that is more than enough to help them stay alive. Dubai Matcha, Sky Rifle, literally one we're on. He had started things off by getting that early pick, and now Shikigami have Kuna, Pride, both of them with their ultimates, but it's still a ways to go to get to that finish line.
Yeah, first team fight 1. Got to win another. RIP, says Ripken as he finishes 1 by 1. Now, one more fight to do it. Dubai could not answer this final fight. Can Shikigami? The winner will be determined right now here as Colin goes up with Meteor M. Throws it down. They just, when it was on the line, their hopes to advance in the Marvel, they prepped for this, right? They scrimmed for this, as we do now have Shikigami really just opening up the lane here, and we're going to see another matchup here on the buses in a second as they're going to cruise through the main street of New York here. Ripken on the top, already close to that Khonshu coming down, and that is going to be rough. And Wonderland going to Loki. Ripken's going to feast.
Oh, getting ready with the teleport up on the high ground, though. We talked about the Hand of Country coming online, available. It's going to allow them to just be talk about a snipe from a mile away. Pride getting that yeet onto Wizard Dread, but the Eternal Bond trying to keep them alive here from Shikigami. Bruise nice as Dubai Matcha are dropping like flies. That's another one going down here. Coco doesn't have the Eternal Bond to keep the rest of Dubai Matcha alive, so same can't be said as Shikigami. It's a matter of time before they get this first checkpoint.
Yeah, Shikigami here just picking off one by one and not only taking ults from the other team, but not using much on their end. They've got Kraken Impact and Final Judgment to make their way through this very tight corridor here. Those are the ults that you want to have. Tie that in together with Pride. We're about to see a pretty big, massive combo here.
Oof. Love how you also talk about at this point, as well as the Final Judgment. Why not? Just get out of line of sight at this point. What is he going to do? Even with that improved mobility, he can't really close in that gap just as quickly. Nice bubble, though. Kuna looking right behind him. The Eternal Bond from Wicca to keep the rest of Shikigami alive. They are trying to stagger out these ultimates now with the Strangling Prison to be the Wombo combo with Timber and the Kraken Impact. Again and again they go to get the second checkpoint.
Yeah, Thanos not here, but that was inevitable. We saw the writing on the wall there for you Under Oath fans of old. Now, Timber pushing up the ramp here, and I mean, man, 2.5 minutes, that's plenty of time. Yes, they used all their ults, but they can fight pressure of damage from the Punisher. And get a little bit of a different approach here from Matcha.
I'm just worried, too, about Proto and those lamps, too, because then you have Kuno always having that insurance policy just to come right back in after even getting a res. A lot to keep note on if you're Sky Rifle currently from Dubai Matcha or Bach. Being on this Black Panther, you take care of Kuno already, he'll be able to come right back, but they have to keep an eye on him as the next victim is going to be the Loki and their sons.
Yeah, we saw just that, right? We just saw the dive attack, but remember, EMEA was the key to this last time to shut down the Venom and friends. But you do have silent
impact, even with fast descent, though, and the walls coming up. You don't get much done here until Wickham Proto fall low, and you get the dash reset. Kraken Impact isn't going to be enough here from Timber, as he has nobody left from his team to keep him up. Kuna and Timber, though, last two members up with Shikigami, are trying to stall for as long as possible as they find Coco next.
Oh my gosh, Timber 1-2. Kuna with another wizard, though, trading Kuna back alive with the passive. This is back and forth, Vicky.
As if he managed to pull it off, which is time that Dubai Matcha doesn't really have at this moment. They have to focus on Kuna to lean into now their win condition. Sky Rifle, Dance of Butterflies here.
Gosh,
Bach getting isolated when he had fast descent to Timber. Puts them in the driver's seat as he's also got the Kraken Impact. Dance of the Butterflies at least allows him to find Kuna, but they have to make sure he doesn't resurrect himself over in the back. Eternal Bond now from both sides between Wicca and Coco, and Wonderland will be able to cycle into their own Eternal Bond, but Proto will have it first.
Nice. Big pick, big find. They know exactly what they had to do there. That Timber getting that pick early was massive and does it again on Coco. Pushing back Wonderland and making things super uncomfortable for the Pride Proto. Timber all follow suit. 42 seconds now, and a lot was used to get. So, I mean, Timber finding Bach there was everything, Vicky, because the lanterns were just used from Loki, which was going to allow the Dance of the Butterflies and Panther to just clean everything up. Instead, the Dance gets one, but they can't get them all.
And they also allowed Wickham Proto to properly cycle through their strategist ults rather than it being forced out of them to counteract that.
I thought Dubai had something rolling there for sure as they were making their way.